Welcome back, dear students. Today I will teach you the first lesson in your MCB textbook, The Best Christmas Present in the World. Before going in detail, I should tell you that the incident that happened in this lesson was during the First World War. So here we can see the fight or a war between the British and the Germans in 1914. And it lasted for some years, and the same incident is being mentioned in the lesson as well. So now we can start the lesson. I spotted it in a junk shop in Bridport, a roll-top desk. The man said it was early 19th century and oak. I had wanted one, but they were far too expensive. This was in a bad condition, the roll top in several pieces, one leg clumsily mended, scorch marks all down one side. It was going for very little money. I thought I could restore it. It would be a risk, a challenge, but I had to have it. I paid the man and brought it back to my workroom at the back of the garage. I began work on it on Christmas Eve. So here we can see the writer Michael M. Orpergo was in a need of a roll top desk. See, dear students, this is the image of roll top desk. Means we have to open it by pulling it backwards. It will be rolling upward and there will be drawers inside. See, in this picture you can see 5 drawers and a one main drawer, and over the top of the table there is a roll top that we have to roll upside. Understood? So now you came to know what you mean by a roll top desk. So the writer Michael M. Orpergo just saw a roll top desk in a junk shop. Junk shop means it is a second hand shop where we will get the used things. So Michael M. Orpergo had seen a roll top desk in a junk shop at Bridport. He had seen in a place named Bridport. The man said it was early 19th century and oak. The man means the shopkeeper said to him that it was early 19th century piece and it is made of oak. I had wanted one, but they were far too expensive. So the writer, Michael, was always in need of a roll-top desk, but it was always very expensive. But this one was in a bad condition, the roll top in several pieces. So right now he had seen a roll top in a second-hand shop, in a junk shop, and this is in a bad condition. Actually, the roll top is in several pieces. The upper portion of the table is in several pieces, and one leg clumsily mended means it is like shaking. One leg is shaking, and scorch marks all down one side. Scorch marks means burn marks, the marks that are the result of fire. There are the marks of scorch marks all down one side. It was going for very little money. So due to all these defaults, this roll top is costing very less money. I thought I could restore it. Restore it means here it means repair. So the writer thought he will buy it and he will repair this roll top desk. It would be a risk, a challenge, but I had to have it. I paid the man and brought it back to my workroom at the back of the garage. I began work on it on Christmas Eve. So it was a highly risky thing to buy a roll top desk in such a bad situation, but he took the challenge. And it is compulsory that he should have a roll top now because it is very necessary for him. And he paid the man. Paid the man means the shopkeeper. He paid the shopkeeper and brought it back to his workroom at the back of his garage, and he began work on it on Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve means it is December 24th. December 25th is Christmas and Christmas Eve is on December 24th. So the writer Michael M. Orpergo started working on it on Christmas Eve. I removed the roll top completely and pulled out the drawers. The veneer had lifted almost everywhere. It looked like water damage to me. So now we can see the writer started working on this second hand roll top desk, and he is just removing the roll top completely and pulled out the drawers. So in the image you have seen the drawers as well. So he is just pulling out the drawers. And now we can see one more default is there in this roll top does, that is the veneer had lifted almost everywhere. The veneer means a thin layer of plastic or decorative wood on furniture of cheap wood. So to make the furniture look more elegant and glossy, we are using a type of a material just to cover over the cheap wood, and that thing is called the veneer. And due to the presence of water over it, it was damaged. The veneer was damaged. Both fire and water had clearly taken their toll on this desk. Taken their toll means damage. So in the in the first page, we have seen that there were scorch marks over the roll top. There were the burn marks. And now, due to the presence of water, the veneer had lifted almost everywhere. So now we can say that both the fire and water had damaged the roll top desk. The last drawer was stuck fast. I tried all I could to ease it out gently. In the end, I used brute force. I struck it sharply with the side of my fist, and the drawer flew open to reveal a shallow space underneath a secret drawer. So now he was just taking out the drawers from the roll top desk. And the last drawer was stuck fast, means it was tight inside, it was not coming out. So he tried all his force, and at last he used his brute force, means his strong force, and he struck sharply with the side of his fist. He just hit on the drawer with his fist, and the drawer just flew open to reveal a shallow space underneath a secret drawer. So when he just hit the drawer with his fist, the drawer was open, and then he had seen a secret drawer inside that drawer. There was something in there. I reached in and took it out, a small black tin box. So there was something inside that secret drawer. So when he opened the drawer, he had seen a secret drawer inside the drawer. Then inside that secret drawer, he had seen a black color tin box. So the Titan drawer, when he just used his brute force, it just revealed what is inside. It showed the secret drawer inside that drawer, and inside the secret drawer there is again one thing, that is black color tin box. Sellotape to the top of it was a piece of lined notepaper, and written on it in shaky handwriting, Jim's last letter, received January 25th, 1915. To be buried with me when the time comes. So, over that black color tin box, we can see a piece of lined notepaper. A piece of lined notepaper that is stick to it with the help of a sellotape. And in that paper, we can see it's written, Jim's last letter, received January 25th, 1915, and to be buried with me when the time comes, means when I am dead. Okay, when you're burying my body, you have to bury this black color tin box along with me. It should be with me. It is so precious to me. It should be buried when the time comes, means when I am dead. This black color tin box should be buried along with me. I knew as I did it that it was wrong of me to open the box, but curiosity got the better of my scruples. So right now the writer knows what he has done is completely wrong, because it is unfair to read someone's secret thing or someone's letter, because it is written there, Jim's last letter. So obviously what will be inside that black color tin box? The letter will be there, and it is so unfair to read someone's letter. But now his curiosity, his eagerness to know what is inside the letter made him read the letter. Made him read the letter, and He got his scruples. The curiosity got better over his scruples. Scruples means the feelings that make you hesitate to do something wrong. That conscious feeling that you are doing something wrong. That is called scruples. Whenever we are doing something wrong and we know that we are doing wrong, that feeling is there. That is called scruples. But scruples was overcome through curiosity. It usually does. Usually he used to behave the same. Even though he know it is wrong, he used to do because always he is curious to know what is there, if there is something secret. So now he is reading. Inside the box there was an envelope. So he opened the black color tin box and he had seen an envelope. An envelope means a covering we are using to post a letter. The address read Mrs. Jim MacPherson, 12 Copper Beaches, Bridport, Dorset. So, in the envelope, he had seen the address Mrs. Jim MacPherson, 12 Copper Beaches, Bridport, Dorset. So, this is the address. So, this letter is received to whom? To Mrs. Jim MacPherson. And I took out the letter and unfolded it. It was written in pencil and dated at the top December 26, 1914. So what the writer has done, he just took the letter and unfolded it, and it was written over at the top December 26, 1914. Okay, so these all events are happened during the time of World War I. And in the next part we will be reading the letter and it will be dealt in the next class. Hope you understood up to this, and if you have any doubt, please do clear at the earliest. Thank you.